Hi everyone, here's another 15-minute morning flow for you, just to get the body all warmed up and ready to start the day. So we're going to start off seated. If sitting cross-legged feels really uncomfortable for you, you might want to think about sitting on a pillow or a cushion, or you might even want to sit on the heels instead. We won't be here for too long. So sitting with, firstly, the left leg crossed in front, so I'm going to be mirroring you. You're going to take your hands on your knees, close the eyes down, and start to notice how the breath is sitting in your body and how you feel the breath move in your body. Starting off with these moments of stillness to be able to fully connect, to get out of the headspace, out of the chatter and into the body, giving ourselves a deeper focus. Feel the spine slightly lengthen. You might even notice now the top of your head drawing a little bit closer towards the ceiling, making that space in between the ceiling and the top of your head get shorter. Then feel your jaw relax, feel your eyes relax and soften. Take the hands down to the floor beside you, then lifting the right arm up towards the ceiling, take a stretch over towards the left side. As you inhale, lifting the right arm back up, and taking the right hand to the floor. Left arm lifts up with the inhale. And exhale, take a stretch over to the right side. Inhale, bring the arm back up. Exhale, take it down. Then taking the hands onto the front of the knees, lift the heart and chest, but keep the length through the lower spine. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round through your spine. Let your navel draw back. As you inhale, lift the heart and chest. Feel the spine lengthen, shine your face up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round through the spine. As you inhale, bring the body up, then start to bring the weight onto the sit bones. The sit bones are the ends of your thigh bones, and you're just going to bring the weight onto the sit bones and see if you can gather your knees and your feet together. If that feels too much, just keep your toes connected to the floor. Then if you can, let go of your fingers, reach the fingertips forwards, and you might even bring those ankles in line with the knees for a boat pose. Starting to activate the core, we'll take one more breath in here. And exhale, we'll cross the right leg over the left and take the hands back onto the knees. Close the eyes and feel the breath. Imagine your breath is moving through your body in slow motion. Taking the hands to the floor beside you. This time, left arm lifts up first. Take a stretch over towards the right. Imagining that the movement doesn't stop and the breath doesn't stop. Feeling the breath guide the movement. Bringing the hands now onto the knees. Inhale to lift the chest, shine the face up. And exhale to round the spine. This might go a little bit deeper now. Inhale as you lift up. And exhale to round the spine. Inhale to find length. And then bring your weight onto your sit bones again. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Let the ankles touch or keep your toes to the floor. Then reach your fingertips forwards. Find your boat pose. Feel like your belly's reaching for your thighs. Take another breath in. Good, and as you exhale, we're going to cross the legs, take the hands forwards and come into your tabletop pose. So from here, tucking your toes and just sending your hips down towards your heels. Then see if you can wiggle your knees just a little bit further back towards your toes. It'll be a really small movement. So you start to feel a stretch into the ankles and the calves and maybe even the soles of the feet. Then reach your fingertips forwards and start to rest your forehead on the ground. This is a really nice way to stretch out the spine and to decompress the spine as well. Feel like your tailbone is drawing back and your fingertips are sliding forwards. Take another breath here. When you're ready, let's bring the body up to a tabletop. Then keeping your toes tucked, we're going to lift the hips, come into a downward facing dog, but you can keep the knees bent. Let your head hang heavy and let it be soft. The body is quite different in the morning than what it is in the evening. So don't compare yourself with anyone else's shape. And don't compare yourself with your own shape, maybe yesterday or a couple of days ago. Just take it every day as it comes. Next inhale, we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Then release your torso over the thighs, let everything on the top body hang really heavy. Take the hands onto the elbows and sway your body from side to side. Keeping the knees bent, walk the hands back and then all the way to the front of the mat. Then lengthen the legs so you come into a plank pose. We're going to start to build a little bit of heat and strength through the body. Press the hands down, feel space in between the floor and your chest. Dome slightly into the shoulder blades and squeeze your glutes, your bum muscles together. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just lower your knees to the ground, bend the elbows back and lower the chest. Chest meets the floor last, then the pelvis. Inhale to lift the chest forwards, coming into your baby cobra. So let's start to take the hands away from the floor just to check we're not using the pressure of the hands to find the back bend. We're just using the strength of the back body. Take the hands down, send the pelvis back to the heels, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. We're going to start to go into a little floor flow now, so take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the ground, untuck your toes, then send your pelvis back towards your heels. As you inhale, roll the body up to sit back onto the heels. Bring the hands together, keep the arms long and lift the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Little back bend here, and as you exhale, take the hands down to the floor to find tabletop. As you inhale, lift the chest forwards and lift the tailbone up. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, send your pelvis up and back into downward facing dog. Maybe the legs start to lengthen just a little more, but keep the length through the spine if you do. As you inhale, walk your hands back towards your feet, bending your knees and releasing your torso over the thighs. This time as you inhale, bring the hands onto the shins, draw the chest forwards, find a flat back. As you exhale, fold, walk your hands forwards into a plank pose. Take a deep breath in your plank. As you exhale, modified chaturanga, knees to the floor, lower the chest. Inhale to lift the chest forwards into baby cobra. And exhale to take it back into your child's pose, sending the pelvis back to the heels. One more round of that flow, roll the body up to sit back onto the heels. Bring the hands together, arms still long, reach fingertips high. Mini back bend if that feels nice. Exhale, take the hands to the floor. Tabletop then into cow, the chest lifts forward, the tailbone lifts up. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. As you inhale, walk your hands back towards your feet, arriving at the back of the mat, the knees can still be bent. Inhale, bring your hands onto your shins, find a flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Walk your hands forwards into a plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower knees and then chest, modified chaturanga. Inhale to lift chest forwards into baby cobra. And exhale to take it back into your downward facing dog. Lovely. From here, taking the left foot to the middle of the mat, lift your right heel up towards the ceiling, doesn't have to go too high. Then you're going to bend up the right knee, then right heel is going to reach for the right bum cheek as you open up the pelvis towards the right side of the room. As you inhale, lengthen your right leg, drop the right hip down. Exhale, step your right foot in between the hands or as close as you can get it. Take the left knee to the floor, then inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale to sink the hips down. Inhale to slightly lengthen that right leg. Exhale to sink the hips down. Inhale, lengthen up the right leg. Exhale to sink. Inhale, slightly lengthen all the way. Exhale, sink. From here, take your fingertips to the floor. Then we're going to lengthen the right leg, flex the right toes, and take a little bit of a forward fold over that right leg. Getting into the hamstring. Exhale as we lunge back into the right leg. Inhale to draw the right hip back, flex the right toes. Exhale to lunge. Last time, inhale, draw the right hip back. Exhale to lunge. Press the hands down, send right foot all the way back into your plank pose. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, we're going to send the pelvis up and back into our downward facing dog. Right foot comes to the center of the mat. The left heel lifts up into three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend up the left knee, stack the left hip on top of the right, open up the hips towards the left side. Inhale, lengthen left leg. Exhale, you're going to step left foot in between the hands or as close as you can get it. Take the right knee to the ground. The inhale lifts the arms up. The exhale sinks the pelvis down. Inhale to slightly lengthen the left leg just so the hips draw back. And then exhale to sink. So you're really getting a nice stretch for the front of the right hip, which is part of the body that can get quite tight, especially if you're feeling stressed. So it's a really nice thing to wake up in the morning, get a bit of length through the muscle tissue. And taking the hands to the floor. Then lengthening the left leg, flexing the left toes, maybe taking a little forward fold. Getting into the backs of the legs, into the hamstrings. Exhale to lunge. Inhale to draw the left hip back. Lengthen left leg, fold forwards. Exhale to bend. Don't worry if your pose looks very different to mine. Just move into the back of the leg. Exhale to lunge. Press your hands down, lengthen your back leg. Send your left foot back into plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to lower the knees, bend the elbows, lower the chest. Inhale to lift chest forwards into baby cobra. And exhale to take the pelvis back and up into your downward facing dog. This time we're going to bend the knees, look forward towards the hands and walk the feet up towards the hands. Then cross the legs over and bring yourself all the way down to the floor. With control, you can use your hands to get yourself down. From here, bring the feet to the ground, knees are bent. Reach your fingertips forwards, and as you exhale, slowly lower yourself down with control. So you start by finding a deep curve through the lower back. The navel draws towards the back of your mat. Your fingertips stay reaching forwards. You can make this easier by lengthening the legs away a little as you roll yourself down. Once you're here, bring your knees in towards your chest. Wrap the arms around the legs. Give your knees a gentle sway from side to side and feel your lower back and all the muscles surrounding your spine get a massage and feel them just melt into the ground beneath you. How does your body feel now after that movement? Let's take the feet down to the ground and turn the knees out to the side of the soles of the feet together. 3 long deep breaths, letting your knees feel heavy, letting your hips open up. From here, we're going to take the right knee on top of the left and turn your head to face the right side. And then bring the right knee back and take the left knee on top of the right. Turn the head to face the left side. A twist for the spine, a rotation for the spine rinses away all the toxins from your digestive system. And it helps to stimulate the nervous system. And the breath will calm the body, calm the mind. Bringing both knees back into the chest. We're going to come back up to seated. So you can either roll yourself off to one side and bring yourself up that way. If you want to go a little bit more energetic, take your hands behind your thighs and start to rock the body forwards and back. Take it a few times, keeping the spine nice and curved. Again, you're getting a nice massage for your spine And then coming up to cross-legged again. I'm just going to turn to face you, but you can stay facing whichever way. Taking the hands onto the knees, closing the eyes down, and we're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Stretch out the neck, then drop the chin to the chest. Then take the left ear to the left shoulder, and then drop the chin to the chest. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest. Take the left ear to the left shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest. Take the hands behind the back of the head, interlace the fingers. Draw a gentle pressure to the base of the skull and draw your shoulders down so you get a stretch into the traps, those big muscles that can often hold tension and can often create headaches. So let's get those stretched out. And then bring the hands back onto the knees just to give the head a little look up towards the ceiling. Stretch out the throat. Bring the head back down. Lift the shoulders up with the inhale. And exhale, drop them down suddenly. Inhale to lift them up. Squeeze them up tight, then exhale, drop them suddenly. Last time, inhale, drop them up. Bring them up. And exhale, drop them down. Well done. So you should feel nice and warm now. Thanks so much for joining. If you like our videos, please subscribe. The link is down below, or I think it's somewhere over here now. You can click that link to subscribe. Please share with all your friends. And if you really like our videos and you want more content, you can become a member. The link to become a member is down below in the description. Thank you guys. See you here again very soon.